Hi there guys, I hope you have had a good day. So some good news. Daniel Dubois versus Joyce is happening. It has been announced and a deal is done. This fight is going ahead and it will take place behind closed doors in late November or early December for the European, British and Commonwealth heavyweight titles. Now, this is a fight that was supposed to take place in April, then it got moved, and ultimately it was supposed to happen on October 24th. It was moved from that date as well, with no new date given. We didn't know whether this fight was going to happen, and Frank Warren worryingly explained that this fight cannot happen without a live audience, but there has been some way they have found a way to make this fight happen. Brilliant news, because this fight is probably more exciting than Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3, because we don't know what's going to happen. We can go back and forth and say that Daniel Dubois' youth, his athleticism, his speed will be too much, and ultimately Joyce can take a punch. But can he take the firepower of Daniel Dubois? And then you can flip it and say that the experience, the endurance, the durability of Joyce will win out over the younger, inexperienced Daniel Dubois. And we don't know what's going to happen until this fight takes place. And the worry was that it wasn't, but now it will do. The deal has been done. November or December. And that means we get an incredible heavyweight lineup, starting with Alexander Usyk versus Derek Chisora on October 31st. Then, at the end of November, or November 21st, we get Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin 2 rematch, with all of it on the line. WBC Interim World Championship, and a possibility to fight Tyson Fury, the full WBC World Champion. Then, we go into Daniel Dubois versus Joyce. Then Anthony Joshua Kubrat Pulev. Then, somewhere in around there, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. Maybe they're all pay-per-view events, so we're going to have to start saving. But these are some incredible fights coming up, especially in the heavyweight division. I mean, there are so many other fights as well. I mean, Crawford-Brook is coming up, hopefully around November 14th. Then there's Lomachenko versus Lopez, which has not yet been picked up by a UK broadcaster, but hopefully something can be done about that. Same with Brook versus Crawford. But still, the big fights are happening. That is what is very important about boxing right now, because the money's not there, so the fighters are going to have to take a hit on the purse because they cannot get a live gate. And it's great that the fighters are willing to do that and remain active, not just active, but take risky fights. Joyce versus Daniel Dubois, risky fight for both, more so for Joyce because Daniel Dubois is only 23 years old. He can rebuild, he can come back, but Joyce needs the victory. And that makes him dangerous in this fight. This is one of the fights that I wanted to happen above many others in the heavyweight division. And I'm so happy that it has finally been made. Credit to Frank Warren, credit to Daniel Dubois and Joyce for putting it on the line, taking less money, having a risky fight when they don't have to remain active, but not only to remain active, but to gamble when maybe it would be easier to take an interim fight or something else. They're still going to give value for money. So this fight is something that was supposed to happen and now will happen in November, December. Guys, anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.